Get to a quick take here. Japan's defense of its World Baseball Classic title got off to a roaring start this morning at 5 a.m. Reigning WBC MVP Shohei Ohtani crushed a second-inning grand slam to ignite a 10-run inning. Is this guy serious? Ohtani finished with 3 hits, 5 ribbies, falling just a triple short of the cycle in the second inning. By the way, that happened. A triple short of the cycle in the second inning. In Team Japan's 13-0 mercy rule victory over Team Chinese Taipei. Joe, what do you want to add to this?
I might be in the minority here, but if you're so good, you got to get that triple and you got to complete the cycle. I mean, jokes aside, I mean, baseball doesn't start for another month, and this guy is already in Hall of Fame form. He was 3 for 3 before anyone in America knew they were even playing this morning. He's threatening a cycle. They blow through the competition. Then on top of that, he didn't even pitch. Like, that's still an elite part of his game. It's half his game. He didn't even have to do that. Wait until he takes the mound for the first time. Again, every time he takes the mound, it's box office. It's must-see TV. He and Wemby playing at the same time was just a treat for all of us last night and this morning.
Shohei Ohtani, you know how, like, you skip a grade? Like, he needs to, like, skip 3 grades in terms of baseball. It's unbelievable what this guy can accomplish. Let's go to the NFL now, because Josh Allen hopes that back to the NBA. Last night, Victor Wembanyama absolutely dominated the East-leading Pistons, finished with a final stat line of 38 points, 16 boards, 5 blocks. That would have been by far the best individual sports performance of the last 24 hours. But then Shohei Ohtani's like, let me enter the chat. Stole the show this morning in the World Baseball Classic, going 3 for 5, hitting a grand slam, coming a triple short from the cycle in the second inning, I want to add, as Japan just dominated Chinese Taipei 13-0 by mercy rule. By the way, let's add that in there too. So now the question becomes, would you rather pay your money? Because sometimes we get some free tickets. Okay, so now we're paying our money to go see Shohei Ohtani or Victor Wembanyama. We're going to go around the horn here. Canty, who would you go with first?
Oh, man, we're splitting hairs with this one. I'm going to go with Wemby, but we are talking about 2 players that have a really good chance at being the best in their sport all time. Like, that's what we're looking at. And I know it's sticker shock to say that, but I've never seen a player that's 7'5" move the way that Victor Wembanyama does. I guess you could start with I've never seen somebody that's 7'5", but then just to have the skill set that Victor Wembanyama does, just the spectacle of it all, to me is what gives him the edge over Shohei Ohtani. But Shohei Ohtani is a beast in his own right. Again, we talked about what he did in the WBC this morning. He was 1 triple away from hitting for the cycle in the second inning. This is a guy that had 2 quality starts in the playoff run that the Dodgers just went on the way to winning the World Series. And that wasn't the best element of his game in 2025. It was his hitting. So, I mean, both of those guys are, Shohei Ohtani is an MVP. Victor Wembanyama can be an MVP in short order, depending on how the rest of the season goes. But if I'm going to pay money to watch one of them, it's going to be Wemby.
The value on that investment of going to see either is you're getting everything you pay for, right? So like you said, splitting hairs is the best way to put it. I go the other way. I go with Ohtani. 2 reasons. Number one, obviously, if he's got to be pitching as well here, which is just the type of thing that you saw once before with Babe Ruth, right? Now, again, Wemby's a freak too. So like trying to put him in some box with somebody else is completely uncharacterizable. Probably not a word, but we'll keep moving through it. But the idea of baseball moving at its glacial pace can hurt it in so many ways. Where it helps it is the drama that builds when Ohtani's going to be coming up to bat. Like knowing that, hey, we're not going to the bathroom this inning. Ohtani's batting. Ohtani's second. Ohtani's in the on-deck circle. When he comes to the plate, it could be anything. When he's on the mound, it could be anything. Wemby would be fascinating to watch as well. Again, you're splitting hairs here, but Ohtani, for me, that's got to be the price of admission.
I've never seen Jason Voorhees play basketball before. That's Victor Wembanyama. He is like, you run away from him, he's in your face, you run away from him, he's back to you. Like remember the dude that tried to box Jason? Like, that's the dumbest thing ever. Like, that's what I feel like we're watching here. We are watching something so much like an alien.
Yeah.
The visual of a guy who's 7'5", like towering over your normal 7-footers. Like, Canty, you're a big dude, and you get around NBA players, you like, that dude is tall. Imagine what it's like being around Big Slim. So just from the visual part of it, the fact that he plays on both ends, I want to see him play defense as much as I want to see him play offense. I want to see how other players do what David Dennis says, the hell no. They go down the lane, they look at him, and then they run back out, and the shot clock runs out. Like, they'd rather take a shot clock violation than to get their shot pinned back the other way. I think, like you said, it's splitting hairs. Ohtani is once-in-a-lifetime player, so it's Big Slim.
I'm going to go Ohtani on a technicality. right now because Wemby is just getting started. Ohtani is in his prime right now. I'm going to pay for the dude who's in his prime. Now, 5 years from now, that may be a different story. Shohei Ohtani has already put together 2 of maybe the 5 best baseball games ever played. 6 for 6, right? 10 RBI, joining the 50-50 club in the same game, right? Then in October, the day before my wedding, I know because everybody I was trying to party with was on their phones watching and saying Shohei Ohtani just had 10 strikeouts and 3 home runs in the same game. That is what this dude is doing. These are things that we have never seen before, right?
What type of boringness was happening the night before your wedding?
We were turning up on Frenchman Street, and yet still the phones were going off because of what this man was doing. People were walking by, the brass bands are playing, people were stopping looking at the TV because of what Shohei Ohtani was doing in New Orleans in the middle of the night. That's the type of ticket that this dude is. Now, don't trip on the wedding. It was a good time. Everybody had a good old time. But New Orleans, you can't say nothing bad about that. But that is what Shohei Ohtani does. And I'm paying a ticket to go and see that guy do that sort of stuff.
Double D, here's where you undermine your own argument. You said that you're talking about Shohei Ohtani being at the height of his powers in the heart of his prime and somebody that you want to pay for more so than Wemby. Wemby still could win MVP this year, and we're acknowledging that he's nowhere close to as good as he's going to be. And then here's the other thing. We don't have to wait for every 5th day to see Victor Wembanyama play defense as well as offense.
That's what makes it more valuable, though.
We get it every single night. And so to me, I know that I'm going to get it, Victor Wembanyama, no matter what game I show up to. And that, to me, adds a level of value to wanting to see him and paying the price of admission.
So I would pick Victor Wembanyama because I feel like I could get closer to the action than I can with Shohei Ohtani. But I'd want to pay to bring my kids to see Shohei Ohtani because I feel like it would be so fun for them to watch that kind of talent, whereas I don't feel like they could appreciate it the same way with Victor Wembanyama, like I could. Like this, I have a tall husband, like Canty's a tall guy too. I mean, he's a foot taller than him. Like, it's insane.
Your kids can't see his face.
Exactly. I don't feel like they could appreciate it. So I would love to bring them to watch Ohtani, but I would love to sit close to the action and watch Wembanyama do what he does. I don't know that we'll ever see something like this.
Victor Wembanyama walks around on the defensive end of the court with his arms by his side just to dare players to shoot. Because if he has his hands up, they're going to hit you with the hell no. Just like Double D said. It's like me out there playing with my brother's kids, like with my nephews. That's what it looks like when I'm watching Wemby play in an NBA game. And I know these guys are tall, but he is leaps and bounds bigger in terms of stature than anybody else on the court. It's a freak show, and that's a part of why we love sports, because it's the spectacle of it.
Remember how we used to look at George Mirasan and Manute Bol and like, man, let's go see these guys play. George Mirasan in commercials and stuff like that. This dude could actually play.
He can actually play.
Rare is the guy who's going to win Defensive Player of the Year and also is a serious threat on the offensive side. Like, normally Defensive Player of the Year is Rudy Gobert. Doesn't do a whole lot on offense. Draymond Green facilitates but isn't dropping 20-plus a night. Certainly isn't knocking down threes on a regular basis. This is the best defensive player in the game and a major threat on the other side of the court as well.
So this is why they could potentially win the championship.
There you go.
Not this year.
I thought maybe we'd pull him in.
Well, speaking of, Ohtani has done this in the World Series. I may be getting a World Series ticket when I'm seeing Ohtani do
So you're going to pay the big bucks, is what you're saying. You're like, forget a regular season, I'm going to play all the money.
Ohtani is an all-star on a team of all-stars. He trumps the rest of the roster, and that team is loaded with future Hall of Famers.
You watch Ohtani at an all-star game, it's like you think you're a celebrity till Beyonce walks in the room.